you doing? Welcome to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a question that I get asked a lot. I notice this comes across my my desk a lot. People ask about this. They ask about, is it more important to learn music theory or to learn songs?
Audio Jungle.
Opinion, I think it's a little bit of both. You know, you could benefit, if I learn how to talk, you could be benefited by learning both, okay? If you learn your scales and your chords, you learn your notes, that could really benefit you a lot, especially if you're creating songs or if you kind of want to know the history of how songs work, how the notes create the chords and how the chords create the patterns, you know, what chords are in each key, things like that. I think that's really important. And a lot of it's kind of personal preference, you know. You've got two different thoughts there. You know, I know some people who study music theory, you know, and they'll study music theory, but they don't know how to play any songs because you know, a lot of guitar players don't like to play other people's songs. They just want to learn, you know, how to play their own songs. So and that's fine. If you're the kind of person who just wants to play your own songs, then learning about the fretboard, the notes and stuff, that could really be beneficial to you, okay? Teach you how to create motion with your songs, stuff like that. So I would highly recommend doing that, okay? Now, if you're the kind of person who likes to play other people's songs, you know, because maybe you just have guitar heroes that you like, you know, you want to learn how to play their stuff, or they have stuff in their songs that you like, then learn how to play songs for sure, okay? There's a lot of joy in learning how to play people's songs, and I would highly recommend that everybody play other people's songs, okay? I think you're going to benefit from it many, many times over by doing it. It's going to show you all kinds of really neat things like chords that you can play in songs, how they're put together, scales, how they're put together, so that you can use that for writing your own songs. I remember a long time ago when I was playing in bands, that's what I would do. I would play other people's songs, study their songs, how they were constructed, and then I'd put that into, you know, my own songs. I think that's a great way of writing your own songs. But I also think too that when I studied music theory, you know, and learn the notes of the alphabet and, you know, what notes are, you know, and what key and what keys have sharps in them and flats and this and that. I think that was always interesting as well, and that helped me out a lot too, okay? So either or, I think, but make sure that whatever it is, that it keeps your interest, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you gotta learn music theory. If you don't like that, don't do it. Or if somebody tells you, oh, you got to play other people's songs, if you don't like that, don't do it. Just do whatever applies to you, whatever you find interesting, okay? Now, if you're the kind of person who likes to perform in front of people, okay, I would highly recommend that you learn songs, because people like that. They like to hear songs that they know. Plus, you could write your own songs. They might like that too, your creativity. So I would highly recommend going in that direction. But if you're the kind of person who's kind of more introvert, you just play the instrument for yourself, you're not interested in performing in front of anybody, you know, then maybe go with music theory. Music theory can be very interesting. And the thing, I always kind of analyze the two very much to like driving a car, okay? You can, if you want to be a good driver, you have to get in the car behind the wheel and drive and accumulate driving hours. In fact, that's how you get your license, is by accumulating so many driving hours, okay? You know, when you're 16, you get your license, you know, you have to accumulate so many driving hours, so many hours behind the wheel, okay? That's what makes you a good driver. So if you want to be a good driver, get behind the wheel and drive, okay? Although, you could also be the kind of person who studies the engine, you know, studies, you know, the crankshaft, the camshaft, the lifters, the rings, the pistons, the battery, the alternator, generator, all that stuff. And that's all fine and stuff too, but the question is that going to make you a better driver? It's going to make you understand how everything works better, but is it going to make you a better driver? Now, if you're doing a little bit of both, I think that's going to make you better altogether, and the guitar is the same way, okay? Most guitar players don't even, you know, they just play by ear. They don't know their notes or anything. They just kind of play by what they hear, and that's fine too, but I would highly recommend try to do a little bit of both. Learn a little bit of music theory, and learn a little bit of songs, and use those two things to create your own songs if that's what you want to do. Okay, so just a quick lesson on that, on music theory, the difference between music theory and learning songs. So Once again, just a quick lesson on theory and songs. I recommend you do a little bit of both, but overall, do what interests you, okay? If you have no interest in music theory, don't mess with that, okay? Just if you say, I want to learn how to play songs, go in that direction and don't let anybody tell you any different, okay? If you like music theory, go in that direction. You don't want to play other people's songs, don't have people, force you to do that. Just do whatever you feel is good to you, okay? And if you need any help with your guitar playing, check out my books. My Lead Guitar Wizardry Volume 2. This book has a lot of good stuff on, some theory on lead guitar playing. I have Lead Guitar Wizardry Volume 1 that gets you started playing lead guitar. Plus I have my other books, Rhythm Guitar Alchemy, on, chord embellishment theory and stuff like that that'll really help you out a lot with that stuff too. I don't have any books yet on just specific music theory, which I'll probably do in the future, but right now I've got some books that can really help you get started learning how to play guitar, get started, improving your rhythm playing, and also get started with your lead guitar playing and improve your lead guitar playing as well, okay? So we'll end the lesson there. Be sure to check out my website, Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. Sign up to my guitar club where you'll get a lot of free lessons coming at you in your email. And leave a comment below if there's something you feel is music theory is better, or if you feel that learning songs is better. Let me know in the comments below what you think on that topic. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for future notifications, and I will see you at our next lesson.